Hey witches, Crescent Moon. I wanted to do a small haul, um, very small, but I got some stuff in the mail and I went shopping. I went to see my mother today, and she lives in a little tiny town, but there's some really interesting stuff around there. And I got some stuff from there that I want to show you. But I'm super excited. This is my first haul video, obviously. But anyway, I was really excited, and I wanted to share it with you guys and get feedback, or civilized feedback anyway. But the first thing I got, and I know a lot of people get their or at least some people get their cauldrons and stuff online, and I was looking on Amazon, and I looked, there's a couple websites like the Magical Cat and something else. There's another one. And, I went to the metaphysical shops, and I just didn't connect with any of them. And I was on Amazon, and I saw one that I liked, but it's not kind of conventional. I mean, it is, and it is, and it isn't. But it's made by Lodge, the cast iron makers. And I have a whole set for my kitchen because I use cast iron a lot. And I like this brand, and when I saw that they had one, I was like, that's fucking awesome. And I think that's the one I'll get because I know they're good, they have good quality. And reading some of the feedback on YouTube, some of them really aren't great. And I would rather go with a product that I know and trust. So anyway, I went with the Lodge brand. And it's a cauldron. It's cute. I don't know if you can see it, but it's, ooh, excuse me, coffee burp. Anyway, I got the lid for it, and it was a little expensive, but well worth it. It was like $40 for everything, including shipping. So that's it. And it's a good size. It's not super tiny like a lot of people's, and I didn't want a super tiny one, so I just thought it was cute, totally me, and it matches the rest of the stuff that I have. So that is my cauldron. And I had intended to charge stuff tonight, but it's raining and lightning, which I think is cool from a window, but I really don't want to be out in it. So yeah, I can't do that tonight. But anyhow, moving on. Also up there by my mom's house, there's this place that we get jams, and my favorite is toe jam. And it's like tangerine, orange, and something with an E. I can't remember. It's in the kitchen. But it's really good, and it's an inside joke between me and my mom and my grandmother that's passed away. But anyway, this shop, it's like a barn, but it's not a barn. It's like a, anyway, it doesn't matter. It's really cute, and if I could remember the name, I'll put it in the description box thing. But they sell, where my mom lives is Toccoa, which is kind of at the foothills of the Blue Ridge or Appalachian area of Georgia. And they do have a lot of, there's a lot of gem mining up there. And I didn't necessarily get gems, but I did get some other stuff. I got my very first piece of Desert Rose, which is super duper cool. I like it a lot. And I've never had any. I've always seen it places, but I've never actually gotten one. And it's just awesome to look at. This camera really doesn't do it justice. But anyway, I got that. Put my little stool back over here so I can set them. Well, I'll just set it over here. They had selenite pieces. Pretty sure that's what this is. I know what it is, but anyway, again, camera's sucking right now. But I got these. I thought that was. I got two of those. And this one's not as shiny. Well, I guess if I cleaned it up, it would be. I just got home. It's a freaking hour and a half drive for me. And I got 3 small pieces of quartz. I can't get my hand to work right. Quartz. Which I have some bigger chunks, but they don't fit in a lot of stuff. So, like, okay, what I do, because it amplifies stuff, is this is my eggshell powder, and I have a piece of quartz in here with it, just sitting on top of it, so it can all charge together. And that's what these are for as well. So I got those, which I was happy. They had a lot of other stuff, but didn't, like, they had raw, supposedly emeralds, but we're in that form. I mean, you can't really tell, and I'm not an expert, so I just waited till I did some more research. But I got one other thing there, and it was fabulous. I got my first point of rose quartz, and it was I don't know, I've seen some at metaphysical shops. They're fairly kind of expensive. This one was like $14, which might still be expensive. I could be, you know, wrong, but it was originally 20 something, and it got marked down to $14.90. So I was snatching stuff, and they had really pretty crystal balls, like real crystal balls. They were like $70, and I just didn't have that today. So I thought that was beautiful, and I don't have a stand for it, so I like to get stuff together when I can. But that came from, we're just gonna go with the Jelly Barn, because the Jam Barn, let's just call it that. It's something Farms. I'll text my mom and ask her the name, or I'll just go get the damn jar of jam that I bought and look at it, and then I'll put it in the description. So while I was at my mom's, and I always come home with a carload of stuff, because she's always going through stuff and rearranging, she gave me, I made some soap, you know those little kits you can buy at Michael's. Well, they were marked down to $5, so I picked one up, and I put some chamomile leaves and some lavender in it, and it made, like, the little tray had 4 or 5 bars, little molds. And then I had extra, so I poured the excess in 2 of these, and I have one in my bathroom, and my son has one in his bathroom. And I love it, and I use it every day. But anyway, I gave 2 of the bars to my mom, and she gave me some, it's not in here, leftover soapy supplies that she had, and 2 soap books. And they're older, so I'm sure there might be better versions of these, but I like making them, and she had these, and she doesn't make them anymore. So this is the Natural Soap Book, and then she also had the Soap Maker's Companion, and I'm one of those people I can read backwards. So, and then she gave me, she saw my witch, she watches my videos, and they're in here. Okay, I did the witch's ball video, and she commented today that she had some of the ornament balls that she got years ago. She was gonna do, what'd she call them, dioramas inside, but she never did. And when I say she's had them for a while, like, they're dusty, but, and I think they're smaller than they make them now. I could be wrong, because I haven't ever made, I don't know, I could be wrong. They just look smaller than they do in some people's videos, but they're just a little clear thing. So now I can make her one, and I have 2 friends that I can make them for, and I thought that was neat. And it's a box of 6, and let me get that back on there. I was really excited, because that's pretty cool. And I like that she watches my videos and then finds stuff that I can use. to do some projects with. Some crafts. Some witchy crafts. Anyway, see, I'm getting too comfortable and my goofy side's coming out. I apologize. I went to Barnes & Noble to pick up my son and his girlfriend because they walked from the school after the ambassadors meeting. I guess they had time to kill and they walked down to the Barnes & Nobles. And I mentioned earlier in my rock video, or raw stones video, that I didn't know what some of those stones were. Now, I have a cousin, my cousin's wife, is very, she knows a lot about stones and stuff, and she was telling me some stuff last night. But because I couldn't find my book, and I looked, and I think what happened was the damn thing was so old it fell apart, because I had it since I was like in middle school. So what I did today was, since I had to go to Barnes & Noble to pick them up, kind of like a happy accident, I ended up getting a new book. And this is a newer version of the one I had for years. Years and years. Like I said, I'm 38 and I had the original. I think I got it when I was like 12 or 13. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And so I'm going to do some studying to figure out some of the stuff that I have. And they had a couple books, and I kind of looked and compared, and a couple of them had just too much information for me, like irrelevant stuff that I didn't really, not that I don't care about, I just didn't care about it right now. But this one goes over everything that I wanted to know with nothing extra, which I might want to know the extra stuff later and go back and get it, but this is the one I got today. So I got that, and indigestion. She gave me these, and I think they're candle molds. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure they are. They're some kind of mold. Anyway, I'm going to use them for soap. Or unless somebody tells me that that's a bad idea and I don't know better, then somebody tell me before I do something and ruin something, okay? Please? I mean, be civilized. Don't call me a dumbass. I can do that by myself. But just, hey, don't do that. That'd work. And then maybe why, so I'm aware. Okay. Try not to ramble because I'm already at 12 minutes. Anyway, I gotta cut this short, otherwise the stupid thing's not gonna load. She gave me some jars that I'm gonna be using, and I got that size, and then this size, and like that I gotta take the label off of. And anywho, I was super excited, and I wanted to share it with you, and this is a 13-minute video. Have a good night, blessed be, and enjoy the full moon, because I can't. It's raining like cats and dogs in here. Well, not in here, but here in Georgia, and it sucks. Bye.